Hello everyone, it's Ranger Russ. I know I'm starting a little bit early, but I was very excited. It's a little bit chilly out here right now. So I am at the Meigs Point Nature Center. I'm not in the Nature Center right now, I'm out in the park. Remember, the parks are open. You can visit at any time that you like, but we're asking people to maintain social distance. So we are telling people to keep 20 mice. It's 7 possums, 20 mice, 7 skunks. This is going to be hard to keep track of. 1 bear, 20 mice, 7 skunks, and 3.5 possums. Those are the distances you want to keep away from the nearest person to you, okay? If they are in your household, you don't have to keep that distance. But if it's somebody that you're not living with, then you want to keep social distance at all times. So today is Earth Day. I'm hoping that everybody is doing something to promote, protect, preserve the environment. And, you know, we all love the Earth. It's our home, so we have to take care of it, and it's the only one we have. What we're going to do right now is a little craft activity. Okay, this is sort of an art project, and I'm going to turn the camera around. Again, you can download this from our virtual learning center. And this is what the page looks like on the Virtual Learning Center. So all you need are a pair of scissors and a glue stick. You can print this out from the website, then you cut out the little circle. You can leave it on there and do your project first and then cut it out. I have done it the other way around. I already cut mine out. So mine is back here. And we'll just move it to the front here. Okay, so once you have your little art palette, remember this looks like what an artist would use, right? And the artist would put their paint there. We're going to put the glue stick, the glue on there. And I can't get the cap off the glue stick. 2 hands to do this. That's what happens when it gets cold out. There we go. Okay, so here we have the glue stick. We're gonna rub it around on here. I don't know how much we're gonna need because I don't know what we're gonna find. We're gonna walk along our trail out here and find as many things as we can that would resemble the colors that you would use in an art project. All right. So commonly you're going to think, all right, it's still early spring, probably not a lot of colors. You're going to think maybe a little bit of green, you can see some green, and then a lot of browns. And you're not thinking that there's going to be much more than that, right? We're going to see at the end how many different colors we can get and how many of those other colors besides green and brown we can find. Now, I'll talk a little bit about the plants as we go. I want to tell everybody that in a state park, you are not allowed to collect pieces of a plant or anything and take it from the park. I'm going to do it just for this little art project, and I'm hoping to find most of the stuff on the ground. So we're going to go over here and take a close look. So we've got a nice little brown leaf here. So this will be good. We're going to start out with a little brown, and we're going to put the brown, let's put the brown over on this side. All right. Now, also, we've got a little, this is almost like yellow. We'll put that next to it. Okay. And we've got some nice grass here. So we'll get some grass and put that on the green. When I took art, I never really put the paint in the right place. Okay, so we've got a few colors there. Now, we did a whole program on the red cedar, if you remember. And the cedar has, look, we've got there's some sort of orangey color there. So we'll stick that on. And then there's a bit of a darker green down in here. Okay, so we'll grab a darker green. Now we're collecting things that are found in nature, not things that people leave behind. So some of you might see some trash along the way. I do not have my gloves with me to pick up the trash, so we're not going to be picking up trash. One of the things that I found out today, let's grab, there's some bright green coming up here. We found out that the osprey has an egg already. So I mentioned it this morning, but our osprey has an egg. This is Oriental honeysuckle. All right, this is an invasive plant, and it's the first thing really to turn green in the park, unfortunately. And then look at this little red cedar juniper growing up here. And actually this is a true juniper. So here you've got a red cedar, and this is a juniper. Remember, the red cedar is in the juniper family. This is a red cedar juniper, and this is a juniper, and I'm not remembering the scientific name of this one. But we've got a little juniper there. All right, different from the red cedar juniper. So our osprey has laid eggs. Very cool, laid one egg anyway. Every few days, every day or so, we expect to see another egg until she has 2 to 3 usually. And then they will hatch pretty close to one another. All right, look at this. We've got some, look at this golden color here. I'm gonna dig into this grass a little bit. See if we can find some good grass color. You know what I'm finding? That my color palette is not large enough. I'm gonna need a bigger color palette. I'm already filling it up. And fortunately, I brought the glue stick with me. It's kind of hard to do this in the rain, in the wind. The glue is drying out. So we'll put a little more glue on there and put our grass. Okay. So if any of you are interested in taking a look at our osprey, go to megspointnaturecenter.org. You'll see the osprey camera is up already. All right. Let's see what else we can find here. This is when I really need the stabilizer for the camera, and it is due in, I think, tomorrow. So I'm sure you will all enjoy that much better than me walking around. Did you guys see that gull? Look at how fast that thing's going. Herring gull. All right, so I'm noticing there's some gray here, gray twigs. I'm wondering if we can get, here we go. There's a piece of bark. Now this is washed up probably from the salt marsh. So I'm gonna put a little gray on our color palette. I would really like to see if any of you do this project. If you want to take a picture and send it in to us, that would be really neat to see the different colors that you come up with. I've got several greens, nice browns, and here's something cool. Here's I'm not sure what this plant is, what this berry is from. I'm gonna look here. It looks thorny. I think we've got, these are gonna be a rose hip. So we're gonna put this on our palette right here. That's a good color. I wish I was a little more out of the wind for this project. If anybody has any questions or comments, you can put them up anytime. Ooh, here's some nice. Now, this gets much more red when it's in full bloom. This is the berry from sumac. Now, there is poison sumac. Poison sumac has white berries, and I've never seen any in the park. Red berries are not poison sumac. They actually, you can make sumac tea or sumac aid out of this. It's like a kind of like a lemonade drink. So it's not as red as you can find at other times of the year, but get some red in there. Let's keep going. I think the wind is blowing some of the stuff off my palette here. Some more greens, lots of greens. We're looking for some other colors. All right, so if any of you want to suggest this to your art teacher, this would be a fun thing that your class can do. And then you can send the pictures to your teacher. Maybe talk a little bit about the environment where the colors came from. Because if you're in different places, you're going to get different colors, as we're going to see. We're going to hit the beach in a little while. Oh, I see some nice orangey juniper on the ground here. I'm going to take a little piece of that. Glue stick is drying again, or the glue is drying. All right, let's move on. You can see these are raspberries. When they're in bloom, you'll see them. Let's try and keep this camera stable for you. So we're coming down our trail. This is heading towards our rocky beach. We'll be going out onto the rocky beach in a moment. Here's a dog walker. Everybody's keeping social distance. I like to see that. Oh, here we go. Look at this, is really cool. Now, one of the things I'm going to tell everybody, when you're doing this, you have to be very careful that you know what plants you're touching. There is a lot of poison ivy that grows in all over Connecticut. And there is a plant called hogweed that has a similar leaf to this. This is a cow, I can't remember the name. But this is not the hogweed, which causes a really bad reaction. But what I'm seeing here, look at this, the purple at the base of this leaf, the reddish purpley color. Really cool. If anybody eats rhubarb, that's what it reminds me of. Reminds me of rhubarb. We're gonna put that right there. Okay. So, get some good colors in here. And okay, so I'm gonna try and, my purple just blew away. You can see we've got some nice colors so far. We're gonna keep going out onto the beach and see what we have out here. Because one of the things that I think people pass over when they're doing a project like this, everybody's looking at the colors. Okay, you're seeing some great colors, great greens, bright greens, dark greens, browns and grays. One of the things people very often overlook is what's on the ground. You can see, look at those rich browns there. We've got some whites. The rocks and stones and shells are lots of different colors. So look at how white that is. So we can use a little bit of white. White is always good to have on your palette if you want to lighten or darken another color. I'm probably going to have a lot of you artists telling me I'm putting my colors in the wrong place. That's fine. Let me know where they're supposed to be. And if you look around, I'm looking for a piece of feldspar, which is a very pink stone. We'll see if I can stick that to it. Let's look around a little bit more, see what other colors of stones we can find. I'd really like to find a nice place out of the wind. This looks like we're getting somewhere. All right, so we can look down here. Let me know if anybody sees a color that I'm missing, something interesting that I've missed. So we've got, look at that. There's a piece of something black. I'm not even sure this is natural. I think this is a piece of asphalt or something from a road, so we're not going to use that. But I'm sure we can find some black stones. Okay, here's a nice gray. This is a dark gray. We can use that. Here's a nice little yellowy color. We can use that one. Oh, there's some orange. Put that next to that one. All right. So I'm sure that you're all going to be able to find some wonderful colors around your homes. If you dig under the leaf litter, sometimes you're going to find some nice mineral colors of the soil. You can get some rich browns. Sometimes the clay could be a slightly orangey color. I've even found, really nice yellow clays. Here at the beach, one of the great things I have to look at are shells. The shells have so many different colors. You can see these are all the slipper snails. Now, we did a program on slipper snails. You can go to the archive on the MeggsPointNatureCenter.org, the virtual learning center, or the Meggs Point Nature Center YouTube page, and see the videos that we've done in the past. And slipper snails is one of the videos that we did. And if you take a look, there's a lot of slipper snails out here. Another thing that I saw done, and I think it was Stuart B. McKinney, they took a picture like this and asked you to identify things within the picture, find the particular kind of shell. Right here, I'm really only seeing slipper snails. But you could put some other shells out here and find some other things. So that's another thing that you can do. Just take a picture, and then with your friends, you can share it online. With your friends, you can challenge them to find all of the different things you name. You could say a black spotted rock, or a yellow rock, or orange shell and a white shell, and could do like a little I Spy. There's a nice yellow shell. Look at the yellow right there. So this is a jingle shell, and I haven't done a program on jingles yet. We'll have to do that. We'll put that in there. Now, if you take a look at the colors we have, we've got some really great colors. There's more to find. There's red rocks around me. Here's a nice, cool reddish rock. There's bright orange shells, which I'm not seeing any right around me. But this is a great thing for you to do. You can take a picture of it and send it to us. We'll put it on in our virtual learning center. And I'm going to look and see if you guys have any questions. I'm seeing a lot of people like the idea. This isn't my idea. I want to give credit. Actually, one of our docents brought this idea. I think she was visiting Scotland and they had them do it there. Or maybe it was Ireland. But very, very cool thing to do for Earth Day. It shows all of the amazing colors in nature all around the Earth. Okay. If nobody has any questions, I'm going to flip the camera around and go through our reminders. I want to remind everyone to make sure you continue to wash your hands. Maintain your social distance. Keep 20 mice away from one another. No, don't keep the mice away from themselves. Keep you 20 mice away from other people. So keep 20 mice away from distance between the two of you. Words are tough right now. So keep those social distances. If a park closes, make sure that you follow the rules within the particular park. If the park that you're visiting seems pretty crowded and you're not able to maintain social distance, please find another park that is open and less crowded. The more people we have at the parks, the happier we are, but we still need to maintain our social distances. So let's keep social distance, keep visiting the parks. I'm going to flip this around because there's a beautiful view of the waves crashing out here right now. So let's take a look. We'll just sit here while I finish up these. All right, there's plenty of resources. If you visit the MeggsPointNatureCenter.org virtual learning center, you can connect from there to other DEP facilities, Dinosaur State Park, Kellogg Environmental Center, Goodwin Conservation Center, No Child Left Inside, and Great Park Pursuit are all putting up fantastic information that everybody can use in our day-to-day lives, and especially on Earth Day. We want to protect and preserve our environment. I hope that you all enjoyed this little craft activity, and if you would, please send us pictures. I love to get the pictures. We've gotten quite a few pictures. There's a really beautiful herring gull looking around for food down there. One sitting on the rock over here. Many of you that have been to Hammonasset know exactly where I am. It's a beautiful place, and I'm a little bit out of the wind right here, so this is nice. All right, if there are no questions, I'm going to sign off for now. Remember, you can see these programs at 11 and 2 from Tuesday to Friday. Okay, Tuesday to Friday, 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock. We're going to be trying to do extra stuff, videos on YouTube, and more information every day. So I thank you all for watching, and I will see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock for another one of my favorite animals. Thank you very much.